All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another live unboxing. I got some guests this week. I brought the old school comic Monty crew, so 3CM is here to show off all our books because I need a little bit of help. Like, I know you guys are probably laughing as I'm struggling, fumbling, opening up a box. So this way, we can have some conversation, and I'm not just staring at a screen all by myself. So, in case you didn't know, there's Chris.
How's it going, everybody?
Down there.
How's it going?
I don't even know if anybody's here. I don't have a very large channel, but who cares? So as we get our shit in order, I guess. What do we want to start with? Here, I'll start us off with a glass.
Oh yes,
I got a glass. Let's see if I can do this. This one. All right. So I got myself a Grimlock glass.
Yeah.
Because I like these glasses. Yeah, matches my shirt.
Because
I got problems.
Because that's important. Let's make sure that we've got something that matches the shirt.
You can. Why not just do it?
Man. So, Mike, you said you have a giant stack of stuff. Would you throw out something? Just
I went while
Pete's getting ready to open a box.
Yeah, I'll start opening a box while you do that.
I went way down the Something Is Killing the Children rabbit hole over the last 2 weeks because I just had deals fall in my lap, all kinds of handoffs and trades and some good internet stuff. And really the only thing I wasn't able to get my hands on was a number 1A cover. So I went and I got myself the foil and I got myself in a trade one of these number ones.
Love that one.
Which I love. I wish I could get the Sanctum Sanctorum one, but it's not happening. I have those. I did another trade and got a 2, a 3. Whoa, a 3 and a 4. I mean, these are just the A covers. I mean, you guys have seen these 1,000 times, but then a bottom feeder bid on eBay that just arrived today for a number 5, which is I didn't realize how rare this one was. But I managed to snag this for $38, which was ridiculously low. This is usually a $100 book.
I have no idea which ones I have. I got to reconcile all my books in these boxes because I pre-ordered them, and every month I'd get them, and they're just in boxes here.
The number 6,
nice.
And then the number 7 second printing, which I got in another trade. I love this cover. I think this is maybe the best second printing cover. I got a nice $12 accepted best offer for a number 8, which was nice. A different trade yielded me a 1 in 25 number 9, which is apparently really rare. Then I got the number 10 1 in 25 that just kind of walked into a local shop for me, which also this walked in along with it, which is one of the.
It's a Lychee.
That's right.
That's a Zoe Lychee 12.
12.
The 15 is the one you want. The 15 that just came out freaking
cool. You should know all of these off the top of your head.
Well, he wrote an article about it. He just wrote the article about it. And then it's got a regular number 11, although I would like the one per store version of this. It'd be nice.
It's gorgeous.
And I got in nice and early on one of these and snagged one of these for $50. I know they're dropping a little bit. They're kind of selling for around $100 now. Yeah. But I was still happy to get it for essentially half.
It's a nice cover though.
Yeah, so now I have some sort of a complete run, which I didn't have before. I got really into it. I've been doing a bunch of art for it, and just because it's fun and I love the series. I bought the trades and read the crap out of them last week when we had snow days, and it was really nice. So that's my first haul. All this stuff came in the last week or so, little over a week, either in the mail or via local shops or friends that were trading. So yay.
Gotcha.
Very nice. I guess I'll throw some up. I picked up 2 of the 1 for 10s.
Yeah.
Last run in number 2.
Oh yeah.
They had a good price on them. After reading it, I'm sort of surprised that everyone's going crazy for one. I think if you follow me on Instagram, I posted about it because even the artist who drew the book is going. Ben Bishop is going. Why isn't anyone paying attention to this? I freaking created my favorite character who's going to be in forever as long as I can have her in the story, and no one cares. He was so if the artist himself wants to continue doing this character and no one's going crazy for the book, hey, and he liked my Instagram post, so I'm like, I know he supports it.
That's what delays will do, though.
Yeah,
that's true.
Forget.
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, yeah, because I got one came out 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah, I think it's 3 months.
Seems like forever ago.
Oh, there's been 3 other printings of it. So
yeah. I mean, yeah, it doesn't make. I don't even know why. Because the one was delayed forever, so it doesn't make sense that they keep delaying it. You're like, okay, the story should be. I guess they'd have like 6 different people drawing it, so that maybe that's part of it. They each one have to do their own page.
Yeah, that could be.
So, all right, Pete, you finally open one of those boxes yet?
Yeah, I got a couple. I figured I'd just open up a couple of boxes and have them ready to go.
What'd you get?
Well, all right, so first one here. Well, I didn't look to see what was inside it yet. I just cracked it open. I think I got an idea, though. Yeah, I kind of pre-screened them a little bit.
Pre-screened.
Gotta make sure the
you look at the label and you see, oh, that's from Graham Cracker. I know what I ordered from there.
PGC, Pete Comic Pete Grading Services.
What is this? This is. The heck is this?
He forgets what he ordered. I love it. I do the
I
same
don't
thing.
remember ordering this.
I love it.
With Betty and Veronica, but I don't remember ordering this cover.
Oh, no. I remember when you told us to order it.
No, that was Stein. Stein pointed it out, and I ordered it, but I didn't think it was this. I think it was a different cover.
Those are great.
Yeah, not bad. Dan Parent. I do like Dan Parent.
You got 2. Sell me one.
That's
All right.
awesome.
I didn't get one, so I'll take one.
There was that. Again, I thought it was a different cover. He shared a different picture, and I thought I ordered something different.
You know me. I love completely inappropriate covers like Dan Parent.
But this, Topher had mentioned this, I think, in something recently. I was like, dude, I just bought those. 'Cause I remember seeing the announcement that Fincher was doing something with this for Netflix. They get a movie or something.
Oh yeah, the shoot,
Is it The Killer?
Yeah, The Killer.
Oh yeah.
So, goddamn. Even though I opened the box, all the packaging is still here.
I think the box is the easiest part. It's the wrapping around.
Yeah, I know. Well, now I got it. It just took me a second. But yeah, look, you see, I got a whole run of them.
Nice. Now the question is it just for your collection, or now you're gonna go and let's see if the show takes off?
No, this is just for me. Well, I mean, unless it's like I read it and it's just kind of boring and I don't like it, then I'll sell it.
Yeah.
But the price I paid for all this, like, this huge stack, I might have paid like $50 shipped, but there's like,
yeah,
I mean, a whole stack of books here.
Jeez. Nice.
There's like 3 different runs of this, the Killer.
Oh, I remember
English.
that book.
Yeah, issue 1 of 10 from, was it Archaea? I don't know how I'm saying it. Studio Press.
Yeah.
There's like 3 minis in here.
Is it the whole run plus incentives? Is that what it is?
I think so, or I don't know if there's incentives, but it is the whole run. It's like issue 2 of 6. There's like 3 different minis, I think, in here.
Okay.
Like 5 or 6 issues each.
That's cool. That's good spec, and it's fun if you like it. If it ends up being a good read.
Well, I figured I'd give it a try, and like I said, I'm a huge Fincher fan, and I think he's doing it with Andrew Kevin Walker. I think they may be working together again, and they did like Fight Club and Seven and The Game.
Oh yeah,
like the stuff that I love from back in the day with Fincher. And let's see what else I got. This is just in one of these stupid envelopes.
Hey, it looks like it didn't get bent though.
Oh, this one. I ordered this one.
Speaking of,
I ordered the Shield variant.
Oh, that's cool.
Tim, I think it's Tim the comic hunter on IG had shared it. I was like, I like that, and I went and looked for it. Yeah,
that looks like one of the original Nick Fury Shield covers, like from the
Steranko.
Yeah,
Steranko one?
Yeah, it's like a throwback of some kind.
Isn't Mike? I think you shared it. It almost looks like 6 or 7. You shared it back.
Oh, the one with the melting clocks and shit on it.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. No, it was the other one. There's 2. The melting clock.
Yeah. Oh, I love that other cover. Yeah, just the psychedelic one or whatever. Just
that's a great cover.
With the 3.
One more. This one is definitely going to be a surprise because the story on this one is I ordered G.I. Joe 32 off of Amazon. I got a phone call, like literally a phone call from the seller. I didn't know that they could call you, but the seller called me on my phone. I thought it was a work call. I'm like, hello? And he was like, we can't find that book. So, because they were refunding it, but he was sending me something else anyway. So he refunded my money, so I'm not getting 32. But he was sending me something, but he couldn't remember which one. He's like, I don't know which one my guys put in there. So I have no idea what G.I. Joe book this is, but it looks like it's 27.
Hey, that's not which print.
That's the origin of Snake Eyes, right?
Yeah. I don't know what print this is. But yeah, they couldn't locate 32. So whether that was legit or not, I mean, it's still a nice gesture that they sent you something.
Yeah. And for free. I mean, it didn't cost you anything. So
yeah, exactly. So I mean, I can't complain too much. Had they just canceled it saying we can't find it, because I mean,
so most
I
places
had to do that like 2 weeks ago. I had sold a trade paperback. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. I was like, I'm sorry, I got to cancel your orders. Like, I just can't find it. But I got a couple more.
All right, Mike. Let's see what Mike has, and then we'll come back.
All right,
yeah,
so
I'm gonna get more of these boxes open while you do.
I went down a weird rabbit hole because I have been looking for these for a very long time, and I finally found a large lot of daily Star Wars, but more importantly, I found the lot. If I can just find the right page here.
So when you say daily Star Wars, what do you mean?
Dailies, like the newspaper dailies from 79, 80, like that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking for, what the heck did I do with it? Oh, here it is. So this, for those that don't know, is the actual first appearance of Boba Fett in print and comics. Right there.
Nice.
It is from June, I think I want to say it's June 11th, 1979. And that image right there is the first one. So I got most of the story. And I also got the Sundays, which, if anyone cares about this but me, very soon I'm going to do some articles on CBSI for comic strips. So these are the original Sundays for the Boba Fett story as well. And I don't know let's see if I can. So this image right here, it's hard to see, but he's sitting down in the snow there.
Yeah,
that's first color Boba. And that's 2 days. That's 2 days later. That's 2 days after that black and white I showed. But then I got all of the Sundays for that whole story.
Nice.
In a couple of different lots. So, and they were super, super cheap. But I mean, they're so rare. I've been looking for the dailies, the black and white ones with that first appearance for 15 years. It's the first time I've ever seen one for sale.
Because not all newspapers ran those Star Wars dailies.
No, correct. No, definitely they didn't. And a lot of them did either the dailies and not the Sundays, or vice versa, the Sundays and not the dailies. Because at first, the daily stories I'm sorry, and I screwed up. That was 1980.
Yeah.
Take that back. 1979 is when it started. 1980 is when the Boba Fett story takes place. But in 79, for the first half of the year, I think, the dailies told a different story than the Sundays did.
Mm.
So some papers were printing the Sundays because that was one story, and then other papers were printing the dailies because that was a different story, and then some were doing both. So they're really, really hard to track down, and there's multiple different formats for the Sundays.
Yeah,
I have the 2-layer ones, but there's also these. Which some papers were running, which were the full page ones.
Okay.
And they're much nicer, but they're a lot rarer this way, unfortunately. But that's another way to do it. And of course, this is the rest of the stack. There's like 80 more dailies in this stack. I know it doesn't look like they're kind of smushed, but
yeah,
I got a lot of nonsense ones there. And then a bunch of other newspaper stuff that I was just super psyched to grab. Oh, I forgot I have one huge pickup. I forgot, but I'll show that later. Oh. I totally forgot it came. But I was really excited about that because I've been looking for those for a really, really, really long time. I have no idea.
I didn't really know a lot about those newspaper like articles or anything like that. Not articles, but strips.
They were reprinted in the classic Star Wars run for Dark Horse in the 90s, and then there's been a couple of different hardcovers that reprint them all. There's just a regular Dark Horse trade paperback, a thick one, the early years or whatever, and that shows them all in order. But they messed with them because they're the ones, they look a lot like the ones in classic Star Wars. And then there's the one that's the hardcover 2-volume, and those are reprinted exactly the way they were published in the newspaper, which is really cool too. So if that's up anybody's alley, there's some articles coming on comicbookinvest.com very soon. So check that out. It'll be called The Daily Stripper.
Figures.
Because it's me and I'm completely inappropriate.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Well, I got one mail call actually. So let's see here.
There you go.
Sorry, already pre-sliced open it. This is from Scott's. Have you guys got anything from Scott's lately since they got
Oh
these
yeah,
boxes?
yeah.
No,
Their
not yet.
boxes-
No.
Oh, their boxes are so nice. I mean,
Yeah,
you open them
They
up,
package well.
the package so very well, and you don't have to deal with all the craziness of tape and everything. These are. Mike was talking about his Something's Killing the Children run. Well, I mean, last week, if you caught, I was writing the Department of Truth, so I was able to score some of the Ben Oliver Department of Truth covers.
Nice.
I didn't get the Virgin cover, but I did get this. Oh, I was so excited. Ben Oliver's just an underrated. Everyone seems like they love him, just like Alex Ross, but no, his book covers just never climb in value.
Yeah,
but
they
I
don't take
love
off like that.
Yeah, I don't understand why his covers have been ridiculous. That deceased
Yeah,
run he did.
he's fantastic.
So yeah, there's my one mail call. Yeah, and Scout. I wish. Too bad they didn't do the Peach box. That they had their own special box for that, and I think they had one of the Department of Truth runs. They had a special box that went with it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I ordered. I got a Scott's box right over here. I ordered something from them recently.
Was it? Yeah, I got a Peach. I actually got some Killing the Children 12 from them not too long ago. The Peach books.
I think so.
Jeez, I got way too much stuff this week. What did I do?
Yeah.
Realizing how much stuff came.
All right, Pete, what you got?
All right, I want to switch it up again real quick. Here, I didn't pre-open this one, but it's got a pull tab, so this should be fine. This is my one toy. I got one toy this week. Of course, I say that. I can't open the goddamn thing. I pre-ordered this a while ago from Walmart. Yeah, it's the Witcher.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Wild Hunt 3. I think this is a McFarlane. Yeah, it's a McFarlane. So
That's badass.
cool sculpt.
I like that.
You got the two swords, so it's definitely pretty cool. Here, I'll put them right there for now. I didn't even know when it was coming out. I ordered that like months ago. All right, I did pre-open some of these things, so a few more. Oh, of course, there's tape. This is one of the comic bags. Now, if I didn't tip it off with like my shirt and my glasses, I did get a lot of G.I. Joe this week. Mostly because, I, like everyone, heard the Lady J news, and I went looking for stuff. And
I thought I had that
one of the things I found was that Campbell cover.
Yeah.
So I started looking around. I think that's what some of this stuff is. Oh, well, this is a random thing. This is some of the stuff I got. I covered this in Dollar Man. I think I paid $2 for this, though.
I was like, that's your dollar bin stuff.
Yeah, just random stuff. I grabbed a West Coast 61. This is all stuff that was like $1 or $2. I think I got these on Atomic.
Right. That's such a hard site to hit.
Yeah, so I did get a 32 from there, though.
Nice.
And then I got this Santa Takeda. Is that how you say it? The Monstrous. The Monstrous.
Yeah.
She did this cover. I've been looking for this for cheap for a while.
Oh man, she did those Miss Marvel covers too. Those beautiful Miss
59 and
Marvel.
60. Just random stuff. What else I got here? This one is probably more. Oh, there we go. I know Mike's gonna like one of these. Yeah. So as I said, these G.I. Joe Danger Girl Campbells, they connect.
Oh, that's sweet.
I wanted it mostly for the number 2 because it has Lady J on it. I was looking for Lady J variants, and while this isn't technically a variant, there's a 1 in 10 of that. That's a black and white. That is the variant. And then 3.
Nice.
And I think this was 5. So this set that I bought was missing one. So you might see some duplicates because I tried to fill stuff out. And then they sent some random other Danger Girls within this lot. I got this off eBay somewhere.
Nice.
But I also got this from this person. I didn't pay this big sticker price that's on here, but I got this.
Oh wow!
I've been looking for this for a while.
Have that. Oh,
I was looking for a while, and it was at a price. I'm like, you know what? You had the Danger Girls and this. I was like, let me make an offer and see what I can get. And
all right, you're switching to me next because I got first in the show. Damn you!
So wait.
I want to make you jealous.
Explain what that is first.
That's her.
That is Jenny Frisson's first. That's
okay.
That's
so
not
Mike,
her first.
Person expert is explain.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pete, you
no,
want to
he's got it because he knows he talked to her like that's
okay. So there's some confusion about that book. People think that's her first published piece, but it isn't. It's her second published piece, but it was her first commissioned piece. So she got paid for that first, but it came out after Voltron. So Voltron is her first published cover. That Hack Slash is her first commissioned cover.
Yeah. And I bought them both now, so it doesn't matter. So now I got them both, so it doesn't matter which one's technically first and what isn't first.
All right.
I got them both.
I got 2 Frissons this week. So one of them I can thank Ben C for because he goes, "Do you have this book?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have that book." And I went and I looked and I had that book, but I had like a destroyed copy of it. So I went really fast and I grabbed one cheap, which was The Woods number 25 Frisson, which is like a ghost apparently. And I just got myself a nice copy of it this week. So I have 2 of these kind of, but one of mine is a super beater. This one's not. This one's really nice.
And The Woods, that's Tinian, right?
Yeah, this is Tinian. That's his Woods. So not Lolo Woods, which Frisson also did some covers for, but that's The Woods. And then a book I've been looking for a really long time. I finally found a copy, and the Jamoku sent it in a floppy bubble mailer and ticked up the spine in 2 places. So I'm trying to get myself some partial refund on it. But I did find the Emerald City Comic-Con Serenity 1 of 1,000 Jenny Frisson
nice
Anara cover, and this is maybe one of my favorites, if not my favorite cover from Jenny. So I finally have a copy of it, but what was at one point a near mint copy is now a very good or fine, maybe, which is a shame, but at least I have one.
Yeah, exactly. Just pretend you dropped it. Make you feel better. It's not going anywhere.
Make me feel better.
All right.
So, but I am jealous of your hack slash.
So I swung by. Sadly, my LCS did not get the new comic books until like Friday this week, and I couldn't go by the store to get any, so I missed out on all the crazy new stuff. But I was able to swing by a small store in a small town around, and I got a sort of stack of random dollar books. I felt like a Pete here, just hitting up random books. So these are some of these sort of fun ones that people. The Daredevil Deadpool annual, $5-10 book. I got some early Scooby Doo. I'll pick these up whenever I see them. Not in great condition. I actually got 2. Some of these were in like their dollar bins and everything. What I like about the store is he'll look at your stack, count up how much it costs, and then just give you a number.
I know where you went.
So
okay.
I got West Coast. This is the 3rd White Vision cover, but this one actually at the end of it has Tommy and Billy disappear. So there at the end of this one, you get that sort of tie-in if you want it. This is fun. I don't know if you know, Pete. Do you know what's the story in this one?
With that's not in the refrigerator yet, right?
Yep, it's in the refrigerator, and it's a DC universe.
And it's a DC universe.
It's a DC universe. Now, they're not worth a whole lot, but this is one of the most messed up stories, and I've written an article about it. I mean, bad guy decides to get at Kyle Rayner, so he cuts up his girlfriend and puts her in a fridge.
Yeah, wow. It started a whole movement.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, what the heck? And then I got this as well, which is Daredevil 17, but it's the Strange Academy preview.
Yeah, with the preview in it.
There's four different books that came out. They had the Strange Academy preview. That's one of them. That's one I've been looking for. I got all that for $10.
Ooh, sweet! That's really good.
When I counted up how much it was, I was like, the ticket says 20. But you gave me okay, and then I walked out the door. I was like, okay, that works.
I'm gonna argue.
He's the one that counted. Math is hard.
I don't actually haggle. I wait for that discount that comes after.
Oh, I didn't even haggle. Like it was one of those like I knew, usually he gives the dollar books. If you spend a few dollars with him, he'll give you a dollar book for free. I mean, just sort of, he doesn't really care about him. He's like, you're helping me, but I was sort of surprised.
Not clearing out room for me to buy another box.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was a sort of a fun day. That was just sort of random funness. This was one of the hardest books for me to find forever, and now I found it like 20 times. But you always have those books.
Isn't that weird? That's so weird how that works. I'm the same way.
All right, Pete, you got something else?
Oh, I got some more. But when you're saying with that find, like Mike, I remember when you found that Frizzen Voltron, I was waiting for you to find a whole mess more after that so you could give me one.
I found that at a local place. Chris knows about this one. Found that.
I remember hearing the story because like when you got it, I was like, "Oh, I want one so bad." And you're like, "If I find another one, it's yours."
Found it for $0.25.
Ridiculous.
I know. Which I can't believe that at that store that we found a lot of those kinds of books. We have never found a 1 in 10 Legion of Superheroes 23 Hughes. None of us have ever found one at the place.
I have.
It seems you're the only one I know that's found one.
And I sold it that same day and regretted it ever since.
So you have another one now. You have one now.
Yeah, I have one now, which is weird. I bought it back for the same price I sold it after like 3 or 4 years. So I was like, you know what? It's just like I undid a mistake.
A little karma. Yeah.
Where I got this from Anthony's comic book art, Todd. Well,
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
they're in my state. I met one of the guys who works there. He's offered to let me walk around the warehouse once, but
Ooh, that's nice.
COVID happened, so yeah.
They do. Have you seen the dueling? It's Ramita Man and Anthony do this thing on Wednesdays where they do an auction and they try to beat each other out on sales.
Yeah,
Dueling art dealers of whatever. It's kind of fun. It's a little silly, but it's fun. They have some good art up. That's for sure. They discount the hell out of their prices too.
Oh, you got some more?
yeah. I just got this is a duplicate because again, like I said, I was trying to build the set, so I did get that was a duplicate of number 1, but I did get the 4, which finishes that set. But
and
this is
second half slash.
This is reused. Like this same cover is on another G.I. Joe cover. I think it's like a later series G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah, because he did a bunch of the covers for the IDW or no Image.
Something I don't know, but they reuse that art because I saw it on another cover. But I did get the 1 in 10 of that.
Oh,
nice.
Well, it looks great like that. I like that. A lot of times I don't like those. But I like that one.
I don't like the black and white a lot of times, but yeah, this one's not too bad. So that is technically a Lady J variant and one of not many because I think the other is like a Mayhew and it's like a store variant. So whether you count that or not. But then I did order for these I got from Graham Cracker. These were where I just kind of got off on a little bit of a tangent. And again, I bought another one of those.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, mostly because they had all of them. So I bought
yeah.
the connecting set because they had all of them. And they were only like,
Oh, wow.
I think one was expensive. One was like $15, but the others were like $8 for like a 1 in 10. So I'm like, I'm going to buy them. So
Sketch.
they do connect.
That's pretty cool.
Those are nice. I
Yeah,
like
these all
those.
kind of Campbell. I like Campbell still. And then again, this is another like Shield cover that Tim the Comic Hunter, I think, shared along with the other one. So I saw this. I was like, well, it's only like $3 or $4. So I bought it. It's like all the women characters, almost like an A-Force cover on Shield. So these are all like female characters. So I thought it was an interesting variant. And then I got two more. This is based off of Chris beating us all to the punch on the My Comic Shop sale. So I started looking for it because I had All Crime 3, but I didn't have 1 and 2.
That was Midtown.
Oh, it was Midtime. That's right. It was Midtown.
That's the one I featured in Cover Tunes.
But I went and found a 1.
I want that book really badly,
I
too.
went and bought a 1. And then I do have
Bruce Timm, right? Those are Bruce Timm?
Yeah, those are Bruce Timm. I loved them. I don't know. They're interesting to me. So I found another person who had number 2 that I bought that, but they had something else interesting. So hopefully they're both in here because it was like a weird side deal. I was like, hey, I want to buy both of these. I was like, will you end the auction early? And if I buy them both, he's like, yeah, I'll sell you both for this. I'm like, all right, cool. So hopefully both books are in here. It looks like they are. Yeah. Woo-hoo. This is the last one I got for today. So it did get the number 2, which was in the package, the Bruce Timm. So I got the number 2. I forget how much it cost. But like I said, I made a deal for both things, and I got, which I rarely buy slabs online, but I think Van shared this. I got this variant. Like it's an homage, so it's not the real one.
It's a punch, yeah.
But still, it's still a cool homage, and it's a 9/8, so I figured
it's hard to find too. It's not.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
cool.
Like $50-$60.
Yeah, that's
so I think I paid like 80 or 90 for both of these books.
Oh, that's great.
Good.
Yeah, so this is a 9/8. So I know it's a lot of money, but I don't know. I don't consider control.
To get a 9/8 book that's not easy to find for under 50 or for
seriously.
50. I mean,
yeah, exactly. For like the same price as the Raw. That's what I figured. I'm like, you know what? I got the other book plus shipping. Like shipping those things is like $15.
Grading fees and shipping. I mean, that's $30 right there. I mean, so
I was like, why not?
That's awesome.
Like I said, poor impulse control.
Mike, you got any more?
I do actually. Yeah. So I have a big thing. I totally forgot this came. I've wanted something like this for a really long time, and I found a guy that I had never dealt with before, Berserker Art. He's in the UK, and I got a original published Garfield strip.
Well, where's the?
I don't know if I can. So this one's from 2001. It's really hard to see with the glare on the glass, but so I got this, and then he also had early prelims. So I also got a prelim from him from 1984, which is really awesome. This one has Odie and Garfield in it, and then that's the published strip there.
Oh, so
But
it's like
these
it's
are-
like little thumbnail sketches, kind of like
Yeah.
planning it out, laying
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. So this is a published one from 2001, and then this is a prelim from 1984. And actually, I have a second one coming, but because he actually gave me a second that I ordered, ended up being the wrong one, and that was sort of my fault. So he sent me another one of those. So that I was really excited about that, since I'm a huge Peanuts guy and I'm never going to get a Peanuts strip, a published one. Garfield is my second love for the Sunday funnies. And I wanted to get one before his stuff like skyrockets too. And of course, I want him to live forever, but Jim Davis has been doing this since 1978. So one of these days we're not going to get any more Garfield. And I think the stuff's going to go through the roof once that happens. So I wanted to get in nice and early. Not that was cheap. That was still 800, I think, something like that. But I did some trading. I traded him some art. So it didn't end up being like 800 cash, but it was still a hefty price tag, but I really wanted one. So there was that. And then the other thing is I started to get in something that I featured in Cover Tunes this week, which was a group of Adam Hughes Legends of Stargrazers from Innovation. Half of them have, so there's 6 of them, and 3 of them have come this week. I got number 3, and they're just beautiful Hughes covers that most people, I don't think, know about. So there's that one. There's this one, which is not one of the best ones. This is the number 4. It's not bad, but it's not nearly as good as the other ones. And then this one, a little spanking going on here for number 6. And then I have the 1 and 2 and the trades coming from one dealer. And then I've got whatever the missing one is, number 5, which actually should arrive tomorrow. But I was really excited. These are really cheap. If you're a Hughes fan and you like his early work, sort of when he still looks a little bit more Dave Stevens-y and a little less rendered, I guess, for lack of a better way of looking at it, these are just awesome. And they're relatively cheap. I think the most I paid for any of these was $10. So I think most of them were like 3, 4, 5, something like that. So
yeah, now I got to go find those because I didn't know what they were, and I didn't manage to read Cover Tunes this week until you reminded me, and now I see why. I should have, because now it's probably going to be harder to find.
Well,
you've been buying them.
I mean, I only bought one of each. I didn't buy dupes. I just want them for myself. Although I think I bought the only currently available number 3. I'm sorry to say, but
that's all right.
But the other ones, I think there were multiple copies of everything else. So you shouldn't have a problem finding the other ones. And they're all and there's still $10 and sub $10 copies available. Last I checked, anyway. So you can hunt those down while I hunt down that hack slash.
Again, it was one of those weird things where, when you're buying something, you're like, you know what, let me check what else they got before I like check out. It was like I add to cart and I'm like, ooh, like this guy's got this. It's like, let me see if I can make a deal. And
all right, that's awesome.
Got it.
Okay,
you get anything else, Chris?
I got one more book.
Yep.
Throw myself over here.
In the big spot. There you go.
And this is one of those. I wanted it from the day it came out and missed out on remember when this was the hottest book on the top 10 for a while? Everyone went crazy because no one knew the Young Guns were coming out. These Young Guns covers or whatever. This is Russell Dodderman. And everyone went crazy. And then the Spider-Man one spiked, and the Black Panther one, and the Doctor Strange one.
X-23.
Yeah. X-23, and everyone went crazy for him.
Pepe Larraz.
Yeah,
I bought this for $5. $5. Like,
wasn't that like a $50 cover at one point?
It was, and now I went on eBay thinking I scored. Nope, they're all $5 books now. So,
people forgot. Nobody cares anymore.
No, I'm glad I have it. I wanted it just because I think I have the rest of the set. But if I can ever track them down, the immense amount of random boxes I have. But it was one of those, like, when we talk about spec, if you don't hit fast, some of these things,
there's
some like, most. And
is the X-23 one worth anything anymore?
I think that and the Spider-Man still have value.
So Javier Garron did the X-23 one?
I think it was Pepe Larraz.
Oh, Pepe Larraz. You're right. That's right.
So and then I got this random New York Comic Con $5. It's worth $5, but it's sort of just because of all the potential for the Asian superhero Marvel team. I figure getting any variant cover you can. Now, of course, any Marvel variant is a 3,000 print run, so you're not talking about huge rarity unless someone does where they destroy all the old copies or whatever. You don't get that. So
I don't think you ever know.
Yeah, but I do remember those Young Guns. I remember there's a mall. There used to be a mall comic book store like right by my house that nobody ever went to, and I used to be able to go in there and get all of those and get all of the Image gold foils, like the one,
the one for stores.
They just put them out as like, well, we didn't order it, so we put it out.
Yeah.
They also gave me the Spawn thank you cover.
Ooh, that's
because they put it out on the table, and I was like, well, how much is it? And the guy looked at it and says, well, it says it's free, so it's free. But I sold, again, regret. In short-term thinking, I was like, oh, $125? I'll take it. Now I'm
trying to figure out what to do with that ENIAC. Should I sell that ENIAC right now? I don't know what I should do with that. Or do I turn into like a douche for doing it? Because I mean, it's like,
well, you're already a douche. You don't have to worry about that part.
Okay, fair enough.
No, but I don't think. I mean, I say this I think it will crash. It's going to come back down, but if it ends up being a good, have you read it yet? Like my copy, I haven't read my copy yet.
That's the whole thing. Everything I've heard, has anybody talked about whether it's good or not?
Yeah, everyone's just mad about the label and whether or not. I mean, I don't know. I like if they truly stick to, if you signed up for the first print and you get every one of them has a first print, then I think that's pretty cool. If it doesn't work out that way, then it's straight up Dinesh and bad idea, just manipulating the market to try to have a big top seller, and that's also part of what they're probably doing. But
I'm sure.
Well, see, I didn't even have to worry about it because there's no shops near me. Like all the Jersey shops are all North Jersey shops. But my buddy's got a shop. I think he got approved for possibly the next wave. Yeah. I don't know, but
that's where I'm curious of what the next wave actually means for as far as ENIAC is concerned. Like the other ones, okay, but it's one of those, if you're on the first wave, I feel like those stores should have something to them first.
Yeah, like they're early adopters, they should get a little extra or something.
Yeah, whatever that may be. If I signed up for the first wave at my store that did the first wave, then I should be able to get first prints of all the books, and then the second print should come to the second wave. Like if that's how it's done. It bothered me that the second prints came out the same day.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, we've been at stores where, what book was it that did that? A Marvel book did that recently, where the second prints came out the exact same. I've been Silver Surfer Black. It came out the next day. It was the cover everyone wanted. It was Noel versus Silver Surfer.
Was it? I can't remember. I know what you're talking about. It does sound familiar.
It came out the very next week, and you're like, how the heck does a second print come out the very next week?
And that's the other thing. Is it really a second print, or is it like print to order, and we don't know what prints what? It's just like now it's just whatever copies. I don't know. I don't know enough about the whole thing to really speak intelligently on it. All I know is I didn't buy any. I don't plan on buying any, so I'm just sitting out.
Yep, I definitely agree. There,
Sticks boy.
Yep. So.
God, I forgot about that too. My Kickstarter from Palmiotti came in. My Hughes
and had that last week.
Yeah, he did that last week.
Those are beautiful too.
Gorgeous.
I totally forgot about those. The Hughes well, they're both incredible, but they're incredible for different reasons. The Hughes is just straight up smut, which I love.
No.
Yes. It's a wet T-shirt and a popping.
Did you see his new Kickstarter that just went live?
I did, with the Frazetta.
Yeah. The sex and violence or whatever it's called.
It's got a Frazetta virgin, but I think that's like $60 to get to that level. That's a little hefty. $28 though for the non-virgin, which isn't too terrible. Yeah. I may go in for that one.
The Pop Kills was 60, but you got two at least.
Yeah, I got two though, and I got two like two of my four favorite artists. So
I was like,
that's a no-brainer.
I love it. I sent it to both. I didn't buy it at all. I sent it to both of you guys, and you both signed up immediately.
How could I not? I mean, how could I not? There's no way.
And then I bought a couple extras because they made that offer. Like, hey, you want anything else? I was like, I'll take another Hughes and give me the Dave Johnson for number 2 because I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and I didn't add anything. I was like, I'm already in for $60. I'm good.
I said, in for a penny, in for a pound.
I should have probably ordered an extra Hughes for my buddy who loves Hughes, but I didn't do that because
I've got it, and I've gotten inquiries on it already, but I don't even know what to do with it or how. Like, there's none for sale. Like, no way to even price it.
Well, that's like because I've gone down the Kickstarter hole big time. Like, I have I think I have 14 I've supported and like 5 more in line that I'm supporting. I'm just like, damn, I keep doing it. But I don't know what the word
is. Classy, not trashy.
The Hughes cover's pretty trashy, but it's awesome trashy.
Oh yeah, because that's a tight T-shirt, right? This is like
it's a tight wet T-shirt, and there's like a fire hydrant in the way of her stuff. but she's got no bottoms on, and then there's like a can of soda popping and like fizzing everywhere. It's so suggestive. It's like the most
have it.
smutty thing. There it is. There it is.
Cover up the bits that need to be covered. Well, yeah, the fire hydrant's in the way there, but yeah, you can see through the shirt a bit, but it is still.
No, it is classic Hughes. It is like his stuff.
If you look, I didn't see it. My wife asked me, was like, why did he draw Jennifer Lawrence? I was like,
he kind of did. That's okay. I have no problem with that either. Did you get the Sienkiewicz too, or only the Hughes?
No, I got the Sienkiewicz too.
Okay, which is also awesome. It's a pole dancer, I think, or whatever. I don't know what the heck it is, but it's really good.
I got it right here.
The colors are really cool. So Pete and I both got this set this week, even though I forgot to grab it.
Yeah. I buy a lot of stuff. I can't help. Yeah, here's the Sienkiewicz. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I showed this one. I showed this one last week, but it's still worth looking at.
I got mine a little late for whatever reason. I just got mine a few days ago.
Yeah, it's got this cool little, COA kind of thing going for it,
which has like a stickered like serial number thing on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's like a hologram. It's
really nice. They did a nice job.
The paper quality is fantastic.
Really nice. Really nice. They made a big deal about that when they reached a certain extra level, and they're like, "We're up in the paper quality," and I'm like, "Sure you are." And then the books came. I'm like, "Oh, damn!"
Yeah, the paper is like it's gorgeous. Like the cover, like even though I like to show you, it's like it has like kind of a texture. There's like glossy aspects to it. It's like a cardstock.
It's beautiful. They did really nice.
And that's one I have noticed those, especially the Kickstarter people that have done lots of them. That's like one of the big markers when they hit that, and you're like, "Why do you care?" No, a nice cardstock. I mean, instead of paying, yes, you're paying $20 for a book that you don't know even how rare it is, because you're like, okay, how many extras did they print? Because you just bought second print or Dave Johnson #2.
It's pretty to have the stock like that. It doesn't really matter much for the Sienkiewicz one, but for the Hughes one, it makes a big difference because they're like you said, there's glossy aspects and there's almost some like raised print.
Yeah,
it's not embossed, but like you can tell there's texture to it. It's really nice. Really, really nicely done. Well worth every penny for those two books. So thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Amanda. Well done.
Yeah, you remember when we had him on, and we were on an after show, one of those interviews.
He was great. He was great.
He was great. Yeah, he was so much fun, so laid back. And that's why I bought all that stuff. I'm like, I'm in.
You did the previous Kickstarter he had out, didn't you?
I did not.
I just did this one.
Okay,
but I think like when we had him on, he was talking about issue 1, and then like there was a delay from issue like 2 to like 3. So that's why 3 and 4 came out together, because I think there was a little bit of a delay, and that's why they put the 2 together. But yeah, I still got them all.
Okay.
It's just some of the covers sold out. Like that Dave Johnson for #2, I think was sold out when I was trying to get in on the second one. Like they had no more slots at the time. So I don't know.
And then you got it when you added on later?
I added it on, yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'll put it in the pile because
I definitely want that sex and violence one though with the Frazetta. I don't think I'm going to go in for the Virgin, but I think I'll at least get the trade dress for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Dave Johnson one for the #2, like I can't show that one. That one, like that straight up needs to be censored.
Should I go get all my faithless Tula Latte covers, my connecting variants? I saw the trade paperback for that came out this week, and I like flipped through. I'm like, did they put the connecting picture in here? Because I can't imagine they put that in there. They did not.
What about the Frisson?
The Frisson, that's from this first series.
Oh, first series.
Yeah, the second series. The first series is different artists. The second series is connecting Tula Latte covers.
Yeah, and some of them are a lot more risque than the other ones. Like when you connect them,
they really
weren't they all female artists too? Like
they were. Yeah, it was Vanessa Del Rey, Jenny Frisson, Jen Bartel, Tula Latte, and I forget who the fifth. I think there's a fifth one for the first.
I bought them all, whatever they were.
Well, then, and you know, Lovette, however you say the name, Maria, she's doing Luna.
Yes.
So that new Frisson cover.
Yep.
That just came out.
Which I missed the Virgin on. You got the Virgin out of the stack, and I missed it. So pissed. It's only a $10 book, but I'm like, it would have been nice to get that for cover price.
Yeah.
I bought the trade dress one. It's fine. I still have the image, but it's not the same.
Sometimes the trade dress is nicer.
In this case, it's not.
It balances.
In this case, the Virgin's nicer, but I'll give Chris that one. When Chris wins the week.
Yes.
Yes. It's still, it's nice either way. It's still a beautiful cover either way. A lot of cool colors that like she does when she does her concert posters, like the Metallica one with the greens and really cool like psychedelic colors. That's what the Luna one looks like. It's really nicely done. It's very cool.
I guess we're all done unboxing. Let's just.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything? I know, Chris, you were looking kind of at the chat a little bit, but we'll just mention we had Steve in the chat and John's Box of Comics stopped in. I know he's checked out my stuff before, and yeah, Sticks Boy. He came on the one of the Star Wars show. I don't know if you were on with us, Mike, or not, but he was a good dude. He came on with us once.
Awesome. That's cool. Thanks for coming by.
Then Bolo stopped in for a minute.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching and putting up with whatever or following Peter. It doesn't really have to do with Mike and I. So glad you follow Peter.
Not at all. Please, keep on watching Peter's videos. Watch his toy videos, please. They're awesome and super nostalgic and make me jealous. And
watch something besides Cobra Kai. I know it's his best one, but watch one of his other videos too.
Cobra Kai is like my golden ticket.
Watch the Dungeons and Dragons one. Those toys were amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
I did put out a poll on the flip side because I can't put out polls on my channels because I don't have 100 subs yet, so I can't do polls. But on the flip side, there is a poll to see what to do next. I mean, I'm doing Rock Lords first, but after Rock Lords, it's either Mask, Centurions, Visionaries, or random goodness. So go on there and vote so I can know what to do after Rock Lords. Rock Lords is all ready to go. I just got to sit down, film it, and edit it. So
did you do Silverhawks yet? Do Silverhawks?
Not yet, but Silverhawks that could be in the random goodness. Maybe I do that if that wins out. But that's in my list, dude. I got a list of like 50 different toy lines of stuff still to do. From like Topher gives me all these weird Beetleborgs and things. He mentions, "Are you gonna do these?" I'm like, "Yeah, maybe I'll get to it."
Kenner Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
Kenner Swamp Thing.
I don't think I have Kenner Swamp Thing on the list.
You should do the Micro Machines.
Ooh,
Micro Machines is like a whole.
Ooh, Star Wars Micro Machines. That is
you could spend a couple of weeks doing do Star Wars, then do G.I. Joe.
There's so many toys to do. Like, especially if I branch off and do some of the girls stuff. Like, I remember the girls' toys.
You should do Barbie at some point. Barbie's.
Yeah, I mean, there's Barbies and the Rainbow Brights and the Strawberry Shortcakes and
was it
My Little Pony,
Glowworms,
Cabbage Patch.
Oh, there's tons of toys, especially from back then. I know some people want to hear about the new toys, but the new toys aren't as fun.
No.
You ever go to a toy section these days? They're all empty.
It's terrible. I always joke that
filming, like, and when I've been going to the store the last few times, I've been talking to Marco about this. I've been legit filming like the toy aisle. Only thing that's there, it's like the DC toys are there, and then they'd be like weird, like Ghostbusters or something. Like,
and whatever the peg warmer is for the current G.I. Joe retro wave.
None
right now. It's Duke.
Yeah, there's no G.I. Joes.
I found 6 Dukes today. No Lady J's.
Jar Jars. There's still a Jar Jars down on the bottom shelf.
It's fine. There's one Jar Jar. It's been sitting there for like 3 weeks.
There's 4 in the Walmart near me. There's still 4 sitting there, and I bought one already.
And you also end up with whatever the Marvel from the Legends, wherever the pack comes out. There's the one that has 2 guys in it. They're always there.
Yep.
Like whatever.
There's even Legends are hard to find by me now. Like even those are gone. Like those weird. Like nobody wants the schlubby Peter Parker into the Spider-Verse version. He's been on the shelf for a while, but even he's gone now.
That was the one with the Miles Morales and the Spider-Gwen in it.
Yeah.
That was a nice wave, though, overall. I thought that was a good wave.
But some of those, it used to be you could go to like Target like 6 months later and you'd see one on this clearance rack. That's gone. Like the people there, and it was funny because it's not like, yes, there's some that sell for more, but you have to, those are gone like that. They mostly just sell for $20, $25. Still.
Yeah, they're not really that hard. It's just patience is all it really is.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the Marvel Legends. It's like there's like my dad will go to the store and be like, "Oh, this is the hard one." I'm like, Dad, none of them are the hard one. Like you just gotta wait. That's all. Like if you're not impatient, just wait. There'll be plenty of the Deadpools out. Don't worry. And then sure enough, there's plenty of them out there. And there's no like printings. It's not like, oh, I got a first print. Like you don't know the difference. They just make more. So
every once in a while on some figures they'll do like a there's an embossed number in them. Like Star Wars figures used to have this, and you could tell what the second release was if the number changed. But I mean, no one cares unless there's a change on the figure itself, and then people really.
Even like these evolutions I got on the wall, those were like back to back. Like one was like the 30th anniversary, and then they did the same release the year after. It was all the same.
The black box and the white box.
And the white box, the box was different. So at least that was a change.
I've never understood though. I mean, this is just probably me. Like, why don't these have more value?
I don't know. They're not easy to find.
Like I mean, I try to collect the big keys, but I'm like, here's X-Men 101, Phoenix. Now there's 2 versions of this. There's the green and the white or something.
Yeah,
but they're worth $20. I'm like,
the figures are just fine. Most of the figures are pretty good.
Like
So
They really are.
I
And
just
you get
don't
a comic
understand
in
it.
there. And I like picking up the comics. When you can find
Yeah.
the comics for those in the
Especially
dollar
if they
bins,
don't
I
have
always
that-
buy them.
especially if they don't have the bend right where the bubble
Oh, yeah.
turns. If you can
Yeah,
find it without the tick there,
Yeah, I got
shit.
somewhere here. I have the Punisher with the one at 129. Like any of the hard to find comic books, I grab these up as fast as I
Oh,
can.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Punisher's a big one.
Yeah.
And then there's that Psylocke one that
Mhm.
is it's a different version of a so the comic was published, it looks like a modern comic, but the one that's in the Legends pack looks like an old school Bronze Age version of that cover.
Mhm.
Like it's got the trade dress that looks like 70s stuff. It's really cool. And
I didn't know that one. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Is it a Campbell? No, it's not a Campbell. I can't remember who did the cover, but it's a really great Psylocke.
Yeah.
Well, if it was X-Men, you had Lee, then Kubert, and Joe Mad got on there for a while.
I can't remember who did it. I think it might have been a variant, but I'm not positive. It's a great cover. I'll shoot you a picture of it. I
Of
have
course,
Yeah.
I guess the only one that's anyone is Spider-Man 2999 or whatever.
the white
The
one,
white
right?
cover. Yeah.
That's not the only one, but that is definitely probably the top one right now.
There's the silver Morbius one too, right?
No, it came out legit.
That's an
it was-
actual second printing.
Second print.
That was a second in the 90s. They did second printings of that and Silver Fox,
Yeah,
and,
Silver
Silver
Sable.
Sable, Silver Sable, that 101, and then they did Carnage, of course, and
That's right.
but Morbius. That's now is a $30 book. It was a dollar book for a long time.
Crazy.
So.
Although I'm trying to hunt down those Pressman X-Men.
Oh, those are hard to.
Yeah, I've been looking for a while. And I had one.
I have
I
one.
had one from the board game when I had the board game back in the day, but I lost it.
I have the whatever the Wolverine one is. I forget what issue that is. The silver one.
Yeah. Once there's one. It's like a ridiculous issue that's the Pressman. And
Yep.
It's a gold, but it's not quite gold. Like it's not shiny gold. It's like a flat
one of
gold.
them was like you had to mail away for it, so that was
That's
like
what it is. Yep. The other
and
two
it's
came
like
in
not a
the
lot of
game.
people mailed away. Like you get one if you got one if you bought the board game and it would be like a comic in there, and then there was like one you had to mail away if you bought some
And that's the
whatever.
rare one. Yeah, that's the expensive one.
Dude, my last Usual Suspects, I had researched all of these things. I had a whole article on these giveaways. There's like a Chef Boyardee comic. There's like I have all these things I researched. I just never
There's
sat
the
down and-
Nabisco
I
Sienkiewicz
never
Wolf.
wrote it.
That thing's
Oh yeah,
gorgeous.
the Think of it. That's in Nabisco. Yeah, that one I had on the list. That one's on the list.
I got a what was it? No, Teen Titans Go. No, it's Batman Strikes Again. There's a toothpaste one giveaway
Jeez.
that
Really?
I found it in some random. I was like, "What the hell is this?" It's like a $30 book because no one has it now. Finding a good copy of it, and mine's a $5 book because of how bad the quality it is.
Yeah.
Did you have the DC Pizza Hut ones on there too, Pete?
Yeah, there's the Taco Bell ones. I had stuff that was going to be like in the list, and then stuff to just talk about. So some of them were like the video game ones. They were like video game previews and giveaways, like beforehand. Like they never actually made the books.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm trying to bring up my list to see if I still have it. I do.
Those little Rick and Morty ones that came in the DVDs.
Oh, where's that? I have both of them.
I know you
What
do.
was my list going to be?
I
I had
that day.
I had the Sonic the Hedgehog mini comic, like the
Yeah,
little
there's that
promo.
one too, yeah.
The X-Men 11 Pressman in the board game.
Yep.
Transformers Generation 2, the Halloween special, was like a giveaway for Halloween.
Yep.
Resident Evil 1 was a Capcom giveaway.
Yep.
The Spectacular, Amazing, Sensational, the cassette tapes, the Camelot cassette tape books.
Oh, where's my spec? I have the
I
Spectacular.
have one of those.
The Amazing is
Robotech
the hard one to
Crystal
find.
Dreams, the 2099, the white for the Toy Biz that we talked about. There was a Frigo Cheese Ultimate Spider-Man 40.
Jeez,
And then there was the M&M Punisher from that XXL magazine too.
That one's hard to find too.
it's hard to find.
Yeah, and then I had the Nabisco, and then there was a Fleer mail away, and there was a Chef Boyardee Ultimate Marvel team up, and then
You
there was
got
like
the
the Harbinger.
The Charlton Chew one that's Wolverine and Spider-Man.
Dude, there
I
were
don't know
tons.
that
Like, I
one.
remember I researched so much. There's an
I have
Oreo
it
detective.
somewhere around here.
Always spending my damn money.
It was there was so much, but I never wrote it. Like I got all the information,
Yeah.
but I never sat down to write it. One of these days.
Oh yeah,
Charleston Chew.
I think it was Charlton 2 or Charlton Armed Forces, Captain America, and Fantastic Four. Yeah, I've seen those. Those randomly, I see that a lot of times. They appear in dollar bins. Like,
Well, they also just did recently when Far From Home came out. like Dollar Generals had that Far From Home, like you had to buy like a cereal, like a Kellogg's cereal, and you got a comic.
One, I just picked up a gorgeous Superman. Dustin Nugent did it for Doritos. It only for sale at Dollar General. They had that. I don't remember the other one.
Oh, it's not so. Okay, I see it. It's Wolverine, and I guess that's Jubilee.
Yeah, no, there's a Wolverine issue and a Spider-Man issue.
Okay, so the Wolverine issue is Sam Keith, and the Spider-Man issue is, I see it. It's also with.
It almost looks like a new bad guy. It's like Slider.
Yeah,
or something.
Like a pink lightning bolt. There's not signed. The cover's not signed. Oh wait, yes it is. What's that say? Alan Cooperberg.
Sure. Hell, you making that up?
No,
it's a Wet Hot American Summer. It's a Cooperberg.
Which is a
what's the town? What's the town
movie
that Adam Sandler makes up in? What is that? 51st Dates or whatever it is. Oh man.
Yeah, you picked the one Adam Sandler movie I'm not going to remember a lot from.
It's the girl that actually makes up the town that she's from.
Yeah, I don't know about
Drew
Barrymore, but I don't
Drew
remember.
Barrymore, yeah. Man, what did she say? I can't remember. It's like Westview-tonville or something like that.
Yeah.
Nope, that's it. Alan Cooperberg or Cupperberg. I don't know how you say it. I don't recognize. That's who did the Spidey one, but Sam Keith did the Wolverine one. It's only like a $10 book though.
Yeah.
Still fun.
I want it now, of course. I didn't and since I can't get the damn Nabisco one, because what's that, like $1,000?
Yeah, that thing's ridiculous.
Even more than that. May even be more than that. I don't even know.
That's a freaking gorgeous cover with the black and the skeleton. I mean, or it looks like a skeleton. It's like
yeah. So that's the thing. Like even like if you got one to get like a nice one because of that black cover.
Oh, I'll take any copy at all. Yeah, 9.6 for 1,500.
Whew.
And there's another 9.6 for $2,000. That's it. That's all that's up. Just those two. So it's about. I assume a raw is about $1,000 or $800 for a raw. I would take a freaking good. I don't care if it's got ticks in it. Shit. It's Sienkiewicz and it's Wolverine.
You're converting people from your last video you just did for the. I like that the dollar bin diving.
Yeah.
Well, Sticks Boy's been finding some stuff. I follow his IG too. He hits the dollar bins. He finds some good stuff.
Yeah, that's the most fun. Like the problem is like you show and I show, our boxes are just freaking ridiculous. The amount of these aren't worth the damn. They're not worth the box to mail them back in.
75% of what I have is not worth. I mean, I showed good stuff tonight, but let's face it, like 90% of what I buy is worthless. It's just for me.
Yeah, I have poor impulse control, so
do I.
And when I'm out digging, like I know everybody. I see plenty of people. They got their phones out. They're looking stuff up on eBay. They're checking their apps for notification. They're looking at all this. I don't do that. I just
do. I want it. Yes,
gut.
I want it. I'll buy it.
It
seems like a good price.
I think this is good.
But do you ever go back in, sit down in your car and go, okay, there's that one book I was thinking about. Do I want to pick that up? Because there's been a few times I've done that with, and Mike's followed in like an hour after me. And he goes, dude, I found this. It is the first printing of Tales from the Crypt 7. And I'm like, yeah, I had that in my hand. And I just didn't, my phone wasn't working. So I didn't look up. It was like Green Hornet's first appearance of Green Hornet or something. I'm like, how the hell? Oh, my phone didn't work when I was in the store. And I didn't want to be that.
I can't remember their Marvel premiere. They were Moon Knight. They were Moon Knight's first solo like adventures. It was like Marvel premiere like 28, 29.
Marvel Spotlight 28 and 29.
Spotlight. And they were Pence copies.
Oh,
yeah. But this was before anybody was really getting in on the foreign stuff. This was still early on. So I looked at them like, do I want these? I was like, I do. I was like, but you know what? They'll be here next week. This week, I'm buying the Stephen Platt covers because somebody's going to buy these if I don't buy these now. So I bought the Splats, but didn't buy the Pences.
Well, if you got the Splat or the Platt 57, then it's worth it. If you didn't get the 57,
I did. I got 57. I got the Spidey and the whatever his first one was, 55 or 50.
I don't have the Spidey. I have the other one though.
I got all of them eventually, and
that's Spotlight 28. So Chris and I are in this chat with like 3 other dudes, and everybody, like within a week, everybody finds a $5 copy of the Spotlight 28.
29. No, 29. The second 29. One.
Yeah, the second
the
one.
Orange one. One's yellow is the first one, then the orange cover I think is the next one.
Yeah.
Yes.
or vice versa.
Yeah, and I'm like, God, how come I can't find a copy for $5? Everyone's finding, and then I finally found a $5 copy.
And that's also one that you can get 30-cent copy.
Yep.
And I think I actually have a National Comics. I got the from the Philippines.
Oh,
I got that and a 30-cent. Like I'm on 29, not 28. 28, I would love to. I have 28.
Doesn't matter. Those Philippines copies are hard. Like even Roy, I talked to Matt Roybal about that. He said, "Yeah, those books aren't easy to get over here."
If anybody
like a Bloodstone 1, not Elsa, but her dad, like Bloodstone 1, but it's one of those. I'm like, cool.
If anybody knows if there's a Red Sonja #1 in that, please shoot me a message, because there can't not be. There's not been a picture of one. Nobody has mentioned that they've ever seen or heard about one, but I can't imagine that there isn't.
There's a Facebook group.
I'm on the Filipino group.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll ask my mom to contact
anything.
some of my relatives.
I know.
Over there.
I think I'm still the last post.
One.
I think I'm still the last post from like 4 weeks ago. asking about that book. Does anyone know if this book exists? And nobody has answered me. It's just crickets in there. But somebody eventually is going to pop in there and go, "Oh yeah, I saw a whole stack last week."
And then if you put that as your eBay search for like National Comics or whatever, all of a sudden some random dude will list like 30 books, and there'll be nothing for 3 months, and then there'll be 30 books, and you're like, "Who the hell is this one guy?" Now it's a blowout, a bunch of crappy books. But so unless you're a diehard, gotta collect them all guy from the Philippines.
I have an eBay search for like Conan El Barbaro, so that any of the Spanish versions will come up, and it's the same thing. Like there'll be nothing. Then all of a sudden there's 50 books because one dude will list his whole short box, and then you just search through and snag out the ones you want. And
I don't know why you made me think. I got the eBay search for the Oak Island Reader's Digest, but every time one comes up, it's like $200. I'm like,
you'll find one eventually, like in a thrift shop someplace for nothing.
That's what I'm hoping, but I got to remember which one it is. Like January 61 or I don't know.
I just found something like that. It's not comic book related, but I'm a big guitar guy, and I was a huge Steve Vai fan. And before, in 1987, when they first released his guitar, the one with the handle in it and all the crazy colors, like I used to have behind me. When I used to do the old vintage Voyage, the original pamphlet from 1987 is really freaking rare. And I guess they sent them to guitar stores, and they threw them out when they were all done. I finally found one. Finally, all these years later, finally found one. So
nice.
But I didn't pay a ton for it. It was like $30, I think, but should have been a hell of a lot more than that. But I just
think about how much time you invested looking for things like that. Like at that point,
hours, days worth of hours.
Money's important, but like you're talking 30. Who cares?
Yeah,
like,
I might never see another one again. I posted it on like one of the gem sites, and the guys are like, "Dude, I've been collecting these guitars and the memorabilia for 30 years, and I've never seen one." So like I'm happy to have one. It's not mint, but it exists in my house. So we're at an hour.
Yeah,
boys.
Yeah, we hit an hour. That was fun though.
Yeah,
it was very fun. Thanks for asking me to come on. Thanks for asking us to come on.
I'm just happy to have had help, so I'm not just sitting here talking to myself.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for guys that stuck around and hung out with us.
But for all of the 10 or 12 of you that hopped in here at one time.
I appreciate it.
Whoever watches this later, I know some people watch this later. Yeah, thanks for checking in and seeing some of the nonsense that we like to buy. But comics should be fun.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anything else? You guys got anything coming out this week? Like that you're writing, you're working on? Because I know Chris, you got something that drops tomorrow, right?
Yeah, my Fisherman's Tale. I interviewed Jonathan Hedrick, who did the recount. And so if you haven't checked out that book, it's messed up. It's an amazing messed up book. It basically asks the question of what if we were held responsible for the politicians that we elect? So everything a politician does, you're held just as responsible as they are.
That's heavy. All right.
And then it's a very violent book.
I was watching your video on your channel before we started this. I was checking out your interview with him.
So it's and especially because it came out 2 weeks after the election, and then issue 2 was supposed to drop about a week after January 6th. So like everything in the book, you're like, oh crap. So it's a pretty good interview talking to him, talking to how he sort of tiptoed around all that.
Yeah.
So
Cover Tunes is random this week. There's no theme. I themed it last week and the 2 weeks before that, so I thought I would just go off the rails. So nothing to no topic to give listeners, but some fun covers. Fun covers.
Did you look at the covers for Cover Fire yet, or you haven't given that a thought yet?
I haven't even given that a thought yet. I have no idea what's.
I wouldn't. I like to. You got to be fresh. You go.
Yeah. Because I want,
that.
because for me, for that, and I think Chris probably for your section 3, your just for me section, it's whatever hits me as I see it. When if it slaps me in the face, you have to go buy that. That's what wins.
Exactly.
So, like I wasn't expecting that Noctera Boss Logic cover last week.
See, I didn't know the Jock.
I didn't know.
I did buy the Jock too. I debated. I was like Boss Logic or Jock, and I ended up buying the Jock.
And I liked both. But it just the Boss Logic I wasn't expecting, and it wasn't the winner last week. That came in the honorable mentions, but still it was a book I did not expect to feature.
Tell you so, if you could have the fifth one for 50 was the one I actually really wanted.
Oh yeah, well, but
it's so gorgeous.
For those that don't know, I don't feature incentives in my article.
I love it every once in a while when a comment will chew you out for not picking, and you're like, it's a freaking incentive book, dude. You read the thing where he picks the.
Yeah, say it right at the front.
The cover price.
And I thank you for handling the last Jamoke, and so that I didn't have to. Last week, Chris took the reins on that for me. Thank you. You're much more polite than I would have been, so I appreciate it.
And we keep trying to end this, and we've been doing that for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, thanks. Everybody, just check out my channel, check out Chris's channel, go to CBSI, comicbookinvest.com, read all of our articles because we all write there. And the three of us will be doing, we got an interview this week, don't we?
Yeah. So it should drop Friday, but Rod Rice, how do you say his name? Reese?
Yeah. Rags Morales?
No.
We're going to ask you to say his name. That's our first question.
We did Rags. Who do we do?
Rod Rice. It's Rod, R-O-D.
Rod Rice.
I'm gonna have to ask him.
Yeah, we can't.
You'll hear me screw it up on show when we film. They always screw it up. These guys don't actually talk to him with the names. They just say, "Hey, you," and I am the one who got to ask. Thanks, Robbie, for talking to us.
Dude, I still haven't addressed either of my in-laws by name. I've been married over 10 years. Like I've still not said either of their names to either of them.
Now, please tell me.
My wife can probably count the number of times I said her name to her on for 2 hands. I don't use people's names. I just don't. I don't know.
Now, are there names?
I just look at you and start talking. I just look and start talking, and then they start reacting. That's it.
You do a lot of pointing. My child does that to me, but
the eye contact, and then we start going.
Yeah. My child does the same thing. He just kind of looks at me, screams a little, and he'll throw a dad out there from time to time.
Usually when you're not expecting it. You're like, what? Oh, okay, yeah.
His name. I'll point to myself and say, who am I? He'll go, Deo. No. Everybody's.
And on that bombshell, we will end.
We will end. Thank you.
Thanks for everyone stopping in.